What if I told you that everyone who told you that lying was wrong were actually lying to you?
You can attach meaning to your life, but that meaning is yours and yours alone. It's not objective. It is not an absolute.
Disclaimer, I do not promote the use of lying for malicious or illegal reasons. Never, ever do it on friends, romantic partners, families, all those things, all right? Don't do it on them. Those are people you want to cherish, keep close. So only use this advice at your own risk. You know, the moral stance of lying, that lying is wrong, is making us ashamed of our own lies, right? Shaming other people for lying. We're shaming ourselves for lying. So because we're ashamed of our lying, we repress the fact that we're lying. Lying to others about the fact that we don't lie. Oh, I never lie because it's wrong. But here we're lying about lying because of this principle of psychology that the more you repress something, the more it'll want to come out. Same thing with lying. The more we repress our lies, the more we try to hide away from our lies, stop our lies, the more they'll come back. So what is lying? Google's definition says it's an intentionally false statement. So it's used with reference to a situation involving deception or founded on a mistaken impression, right? So it's really used for deception, manipulation, manipulating the truth for the truth that you want of a thing that's present as a false impression, right? Something that's not exactly true. My definition, in my opinion, is lying is basically a way of communication with intentional or unintentional deception. So it's pure manipulation, basically. I want to welcome an idea to you that might shock some of you right now. You know, if you look at work, if you look at school, business institutions, whatever, lying and deception is the norm. Think about it. Lying and deception is the norm. Try to prove me wrong here, right? If you look at job interviews and you sit at the job interview, are you really being yourself here? Maybe, but if a company asks you this, hey, so why do you want to work for us? What attracted you to us? And then you're gonna say, oh, well, it's all about your values of contribution and helping the world. And I'm really interested in technological advancements of society. You know, all this stupid jargon, right? All this stupid shit. But why do you actually want this job? There's only one reason why you want this job, isn't it? For 99.999999% of all of us, there's only one reason why we're looking for a job. You already have the answer right now. So let's be honest about it. You want money. But if you were to go at the job interview and be like, oh, you know, well, I want money. I just want a job. Which is the 100% truth of everyone. We just want that fucking job for money. But we lie about it. Because if we were to say the truth, if we were to be honest, we wouldn't get hired. No one would get hired, ever. Ever. Think about the boss. When you're getting interviewed by that future boss, he or she is putting up a front of a authoritative figure to show how authoritative they are. So they're really playing the game on you as well. They're trying to impress you just as much as you are trying to impress them. How crazy is that? And you know, they have all those pre-planned questions. It's all the same stupid questions over and over again. And you think they really care? They're just like following a script of what they're gonna say next. It's like they have the same questions to every in-person they're interviewing, and you have the same exact answers for all the fucking interviews. So it's all the same fucking shit at the end. We're all lying to each other. You know, why do I say that 99.99% of us are there for the money? Well, it's because most of us, our job that we have right now is our second choice. Or not even, maybe our third or fourth or fifth choice even. Not to be pessimistic, but to be realistic. You know, when we were children, we want to be astronaut, want to be a musician, hockey player, whatever it is. That was our first choice. But as we grew older, we realized, oh wait, I can't achieve those dreams. Oh no, I can't do that. It's not realistic. And then you go to your second choice. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'd actually like to be an engineer, whatever. And you get refused to engineering school, whatever, because you suck. Oh, you know what? I guess I kind of like sales. I can do sales. I can sell stuff at the supermarket, whatever. And like, why would you want this job if it's your second or third choice for anything else than money? Oh, sure, job experience. Yeah, sure. Job experience. Well, if you want job experience, why don't you just volunteer somewhere for free? Volunteer, somewhere like, oh yeah, experience. It looks good on the CV. No, you don't do it for experience. You do it for money, let's face it. At the workforce, the reason why we're all super nice to each other is not for anything else, but just for cooperation, really. Because more cooperation with your boss, then less likely to get fired, more likely to get money. And on their part, to cooperate with you, you're more likely to answer their requests and act on their requests and take action, to grow the company. So the cooperation is really just so we can make money together. It's not because of friendly feelings. Feelings out of the door. Most of the jobs were just cogs in a machine that can be replaced. That's true. I have a sales job right now. I'm working at a mobile communications company thing. That's not my first choice. It's like my last choice. This job is like choice number 10 or 100. When they're sending me an email like, hey, so did you do this? Did you do that? I'm like, yes, I did this. Yes, I did that. I'm really looking forward to reaching this month's targets at work. But do I honestly give a fuck about those targets? I don't give a shit about those targets. But that's what they want to hear. I'm getting into the mind of my boss, of my company. What do they want to hear? What do they want to hear? They want to hear that their employees want to reach those targets, who are motivated. I'm not motivated for them at all. I have zero motivation. I don't give a fuck. But I make it seem as if I cared. And then it just makes everything better. So, why should you lie? You should lie to cover your own tracks, to protect yourself from outside danger, from social danger, social threat, protect yourself from manipulation from other people, right? If someone is trying to manipulate you to do something, you can lie to cover your tracks and not have to do that thing. To cover your own tracks. Whenever you do a mistake at work, whenever the social dynamics and power dynamics at work or wherever you are not in your favor, and you're taken advantage of, then sometimes it's appropriate to manipulate the truth into a truth that is better to your liking, right? More to your advantage. On top of that, you can use that to protect your reputation, the reputation that you throw into the world, right? Oh, reputation, does it not matter, John K? Like, why do you care about ego? Careful here. Reputation and ego are separate things. The reputation you have is really important in the workplace, the workforce, whatever, because if you have a shit reputation, how are they gonna hire you? How are they gonna keep you around, right? So you have this reputation of this good guy that's motivated, disciplined, that wants to work for a good company. That's the reputation, that's the image that you put up. Doesn't mean you're attached to it. Doesn't mean that reputation is you. Doesn't mean that reputation defines who you are. But it's just a mask that you put up. Like, hey, that is my resume. That is what you want to see. That is what your company wants to hear. And that's what I show to you. And that's not the real me. But I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to convince you that this is the real me. But that's just a stupid mask that I put on. And the more convincing is the mask, the more power you will have over them. The less power they'll have over you. They won't know the real you. The real you is an artist. The real you is a person on their life purpose, trying to achieve success. The real you is someone who's self-actualized, working on their self-development, working on themselves, caring about their family, caring about their friends, not caring about a company that you're just working for. You don't give a fuck about them. Let's face it, you don't give a single fuck. Any fucks that you give is a pretension. Also, lying. You do it to maintain the status quo of politeness and nicety in the company, in the business, right? So while you're maintaining this polite front, it's helping the cooperation, it's helping them cooperate better. Even though you hate that person that's working with you, are you gonna tell them straight up that you hate them? Maybe not. Maybe there's a moment to do it, but most of the time it's probably not a good idea. So you are gonna keep that front and lie about how amazing they are at work and how much they're good at cooperation, whatever. Just so you can keep your position. Because creating turmoil in the organization will fire back at you at some point, right? So you want to cover your tracks the right way. I want you to broaden your concept of lying right here, all right? Probably when you're listening to this, you're like, well, that's not exactly lying. You're just displaying the truth differently. You're just describing the event, your qualities, your personality traits differently. You're molding it. Well, exactly. I want you to expand this notion of lying that actually we don't know what lying is. Because we do it so much that we've forgotten what it's like to actually lie. It's crazy, right? Can you know the entire truth of something, right? Can you convey the entire truth 100% of the time, all the freaking time? No, because the truth of whatever it is that you're looking for is not always rationally, objectively determinable, all right? Some truth or truth whatever is only subjective. So for example, if you say Jenny is beautiful, then what is the evidence that she is beautiful? Oh, she has a certain chest to waist, whatever, hip ratio, whatever thing that's perfect. Okay, you could use that. Oh, she has very nice, beautiful blonde hair. Okay, you could use that, but those are still subjective. So most truth in life is subjective. You did a great job. Good job, man. Subjective. Oh, fucking stupid piece of shit. This guy, when he did this, man, that was like horrible. Subjective. Oh, this guy, he raped this girl. He must be put into jail. Subjective truth. No, but the rape, that's real. That's objective. Sure, there's like certain criteria of objectivity, but when does it become rape? When does your truth become truth? Sure, maybe sometimes you have truth that is based on numbers. For example, oh, I drank 3 glasses of beer. Okay, that's quantitative. But anything qualitative, we don't really know. We can't convey the truth 100%. It's impossible. We're always stuck in a way that sometimes we will even lie when we don't even realize that we're doing it unintentionally. For example, temporary truth. For example, a friend invites you out to go to the movies. You're like, yeah, I'm so down to see this movie. And then the next day you wake up and you're really tired, you didn't sleep well. Then you're like, oh no, I actually don't want to go. Well, did you lie when you said it or no? Did you lie about what you wanted to go to the movies? But you could have said, no, I meant it in the moment. I meant it in the moment. Sure, you meant it in the moment, but the result is still that you didn't follow what you were saying. So you weren't saying the entire truth, or it was temporary. Look, is truth temporary in the moment, or is truth universal across a very long stretch of time? When does the truth change to something else? We don't know, right? So see, I'm broadening the scope of what truth could be of something. Truth in the literal sense, not the woo-woo spiritual sense, but the literal sense of truth about an event or whatever. I'm broadening this to show you that, wait, if I don't even know what is the truth, and if I can't even convey the truth, then am I lying every second? Realize that, wait, Since we don't know the truth exactly, I can create my own truth. I can convey my own truth. I can mold my own truth and make my truth the best image that I want, right? Which is kind of crazy. Sure, all right, in your values, you want to strive for truth, you want to strive for the answer, but understand that as you're trying to convey that answer, this truth, it'll never be 100% absolute. Even if you're getting closer every single time, whatever, you want to be more authentically you, that's amazing, and you should be, right? But it doesn't mean that, sometimes you have to mold certain words to your favor to have an advantage on certain situations. And that's just how life is. If you look around you, everywhere around you, trying to prove me wrong on this, everyone molds the truth to their favor. So, bad ways to lie, bad reasons to do it is, are you doing it because you're afraid that you're gonna be disapproved of your friends? For example, if one of your friends asks you, hey, so can you help me out on this? And then you're like, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. I'll help you out on this. Whatever it is that they need help for. And then when you go to help them out, for some reason you don't show up, you can't help them because, well, you lied to them in the moment because you didn't want to upset them, right? A lot of people pleasing is lying. How crazy is that? A lot of people pleasing is lying, but not the right kind of lying. The kind of lying that will damage them and also damage you, especially you. Because you're not keeping your promises. You're lying about your promises. When they're like, hey, can you help me for this? And you're like, yeah, I'll always be here for you. Is that true? That you'll always be here for them? When you're sleeping and your phone is off and they give you a call, are you always there for them? No, it's impossible. That's quite a, I guess, broad video on why we have to lie. I mean, that's kind of the state of the world already. And now you might be listening to this thinking I'm completely crazy, completely insane. Who's this guy with this mask, like Illuminati shit, trying to tell me to manipulate people? Not exactly. And you might think that this is pessimistic, that everyone is lying, that you can trust no one around you, right? But I want you to be careful here. People do it unintentionally most of the time. Most lying is unintentional. Most lying and deception is not made on purpose to hurt someone. They just kind of do it because it's a habit of them or because they don't know any better. They're confused, they're lost, so then they'll throw a lie to cover their tracks in a reactive way. Now that you understand the world, and there's ways to lie that, are only gonna hurt everyone, and there's ways to lie that are gonna benefit you and benefit everyone else. But you have to find the ways that are good. For example, a doctor giving positive news to their patient so the placebo effect will make them feel better, right? Or the police withholding some truth just for the security of the person that they're trying to serve, or to arrest a certain criminal, right? There's good ways, good reasons to lie. Look, if professionals that are taking care of you, rescuing you, doctors, policemen, those people that take care of society, if they're allowed to lie for the greater good, then why wouldn't you be able to lie for the greater good? The thing is, you have to find this greater good for yourself. I can't tell it to you right here. You have to find your own greater good, your own purpose. Why should I withhold the truth? Or why should I mold the truth to my favor, right? If you're doing it for malicious reasons, for example, stealing someone else's credit card or banking information or whatever, then obviously that's really bad and really evil and malicious. That's not going to benefit everyone. But if you do it to preserve a certain status quo, that is necessary at your job, then you don't really have a choice. Broaden the scope of what lying could be, right? It's okay, and this is not pessimistic because now you know how the world works, right? How it is in the workplace. So now you can navigate this truth better, right? So, very paradoxical here, but I am telling you the truth about lying, right? My own subjective truth about what lying is and what the state of the world is. With this truth, you can navigate the world better, understand the lies around you better, and whenever lies are thrown at you, you know how to respond back, right? You know how to respond back. And I know after this video, people, probably most people will take this video the wrong way, I understand, and then probably most people won't even watch until that point, but some people will, and the people that will watch until that point, be very careful, okay? Don't take this advice the wrong way, because I know there's so many nuanced points on this, and I have to expand on this video a lot more because this is not enough right here just to explain to you why. And I'll make another video on how to actually do it, how to actually construct the perfect lie and use it in the right way to either deceive the person that's trying to deceive you, right? So you're counterattacking their manipulation, or you do it just to further your own needs because everyone's doing it. Doesn't mean to hurt others, doesn't mean to cause a chaos. It just means to self-defend. It's just for self-defense. Lying is inevitable, so learn to do it well. Only do it on enemies. Only do it on people that you need to shift the power dynamic on because you're being taken advantage of. Never, ever do it on friends, romantic partners, families, all those things, all right? Don't do it on them. Those are people you want to cherish, keep close, all right? Never use this on the wrong people. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next vid. Don't forget to click on the fucking bell so you can receive my videos, all of my videos. Sorry I haven't released a video last week. Just spilled water on my computer, had to fix it, whatever thing. But now I'm back full force. So see you guys in the next vid. Peace, bitches. Yeah.